Hi, I'm Mikata, and welcome to the World Stone Chamber. My Amazonarian level 64 has just beaten Bale on Nightmare difficulty. I'll do a quick showcase of the build, how it performs, and at the end I'll show you the most interesting items that I found in my Nightmare difficulty playthrough. Something I did very early on in my Nightmare difficulty playthrough was to do several tower runs where I was able to gather the runes to up the bow from the normal to exceptional version, which more than doubled my damage output. So now I use it as a rune bow. In the tower I was able to increase the player difficulty as well to level up a bit so I can then go through the rest of the content quickly and be more efficient playthrough. And let's get out. I'll show you how the build performs. So let's start with Eldrich on players 3. I want to show you the damage output. It isn't something very interesting like it is a Barbarian. My mercenary is the one that does the highest damage. I just need a body to lay down Grimward, which significantly improves the damage output of my build and my mercenary. You can see the mercenary is just killing them. Let's take a look at Crystalline Passage. Again, before I put the Grimward totem, it is rather difficult to kill the mobs, but after that it becomes significantly and visibly easier. Also there is way better crowd control. Let's go a bit further. So I'm sure it is players 5. This should be players 5 now. One of the biggest downsides of the Arctic bow is that it has cold damage and sometimes I shatter the bodies. And I can't put a Grimward totem. Let me walk you through my build. So the strength is 75, so I can equip my gear. The bow is what requires 73 strength. A lot of dexterity, so I can have some attack rating together with the Blessed Aim aura from the mercenary and the basic attack that I use. And the rest in vitality, which at the moment makes dexterity and vitality equal. You can see my damage. It is okay for players 1 on Nightmare difficulty. Nothing too interesting. I was able to do players 3. I'll show you in a minute. The more interesting part is the gear. You've probably watched part 1 of this playthrough. In case you haven't, I'll link it at the end of this video. Very quickly, all the gloves, the belt, and the armor. The helm is very basic to Barbarian skills with 1 increased speed, lightning resistant attack rating, extra gold for monsters, 2 war cries, and Sarah's boots that dropped in the World Stone Keep just before I got to Bale. The skills. Let me start with the war cries. Grimward is my main damage improver, damage buff. It is fully synergized with Find Potion and the enemies take 120% more damage. I have a lot of strengths in Battle Order with all the buffs level 24, a few points in Shout, a few points in Battle Cry, 1 point wonders in the Masteries, and the rest of the points into Leap, where Leap will be my movement ability and my crowd control for the health part of this playthrough. Let me show you his gear very quickly. Right now he uses a Strength Partisan with Skin of the Viper Magi. This is something that dropped rather early in my nightmare run, but as I'm using a set for this playthrough, I don't use items like this. Crafted helm with lifesteal and deadly strike, life on the amulet, attack rating, more lifesteal, resist faster hit recovery, and minimum damage and attack rating. That's enough. Let me show you what items I have found in this nightmare difficulty run. I've already shown you the skin of the Viper Magi. I found a Hellcast. Again, this is improved a bit in BTDiablo. It has more. I have amplified damage scythe, just in case I find something that is physically immune. Two-piece Sanders, where the Sanders set is now updated and it is more usable for a caster necromancer. Withstands Guard, which has cannot be frozen and more resists. Cullen's Point, again another item that's buffed, and it rolled Ethereal. I don't know if it always rolls Ethereal in BTDiablo, and it makes me consider hiring an Act 5 mercenary over the Act 2 one for my Hell playthrough. I have two-piece Saigon, Worm Skull. I've found two Iron Stones that are identical. And last but not least, I found this Stormstrike. This is an item that is really reworked in BTDiablo, and you can see it has 50% chance to cast level 50 Chain Lightning and level 1 lower res, both on striking. And this bow makes the damage output, even for my Barbarian, pretty nice, pretty high. You can imagine this on a sorceress that has fully synergized Chain Lightning. It will be pretty strong. Let's go back where I have Players 5 Crystalline Passage, so I can show you the damage output of the. You can check I almost killed the mobs only with the Chain Lightning, and now that lower resist also procced, mobs die way easier, way quicker than before. So this reworked item makes a build like Lightning Enchantress a thing. I think it makes the game even more interesting, more fun, where otherwise unusable items are now very good and can be used in the game. Let's equip back my Arctic Bow and rub this one. You can check the first part of this playthrough over here if you haven't, and stay tuned for the Hell part of this playthrough as well. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.